All right, let's do the conservative teens versus liberal parents. Let's mold a little bit, but like in a fun way.
The government has no right to tell people what to do with their body.
Vaccines.
I stood here because of vaccines, but I know a lot of you guys probably look at me like, oh, what about abortion? Now, the thing is, when it comes to abortion, two bodies are involved. It's the woman and it's the fetus.
What's the one dude in the background saying? Like, he's just like, no, the government should fucking touch your body. Like, I don't understand. Even conservatives are going to be like, yeah, vaccines, brother. I already hate this kid. Yeah, me too. I mean, dude, there's nothing more fucking annoying than the turbo virgins that are like, I'm a young conservative. It's like, bro, you didn't even arrive at these fucking positions later on in life like every other normal conservative, you know what I mean? You just chose to be fucking annoying like immediately.
The fetus, you know, has a heartbeat, it has DNA.
And now, a quick message from our sponsor.
Oh, oh, what the that's a, oh God, it's a wolf. Oh, me, I'm morbid, dude. I'm morbid pretty fucking hard,
right,
dude.
boys.
No, sun's rising. I'm a vampire. I hate that.
Yeah, we gotta stay in the shadows. We gotta stay in the shadows. Don't pick that up. Don't pick that up.
Why?
Morbius, you're a vampire, bro. You're a vampire.
Oh!
Drop it!
Oh!
Drop it!
Oh!
Oh, okay.
I
got it.
Okay. We're morbid. Let's go this way.
The light, man, the light!
I'm on fire.
You gotta revive.
Kill them all!
Oh my god, it's so low.
Morbid time, baby. I'm dying.
Use blood. Oh, he's coming to me. Off. Oh no, dude. No. Come on, bro. Chill.
Hasan, just run, bro. Run. Press spacebar.
Oh, let's take it down, man. Let's take it down. We got this, bro.
I don't know if we can take that down.
Dude. Oh! He
I think he's gonna
tapped my
run.
hole,
Nah,
dude.
just run.
Oh, check out V-Rising on Steam or click the link in the description. The price is only $19.99.
It should have rights.
When?
Life begins at conception.
That's not when the heart's there.
Heart to beat starts at 4 weeks. It's not just a clump of cells, it is life. At 21 weeks, it can live outside of the womb. Abortion ends with murder and death.
Over 90% of abortions happen within the first 10 weeks.
Get him!
That's still,
Get him,
I
mommy!
think that's not acceptable.
But they still have the potential of having life, though. The mortality rate of a fetus getting aborted is 100%. It's going to die when it's aborted.
And you're very lucky you'll never have to experience what it's like to have to make that choice.
But what if I become a father and, you know, the woman who I got pregnant wants to have an abortion? It's going to affect me.
Don't worry, dog. You don't have to worry about that, brother, okay? Oh, shit. Don't worry about that, homie. That's not happening for you, okay? You already decided that's not happening for you. You understand?
You would have a discussion with your partner then and decide what you're going to do and be glad that you have a choice.
Unfortunately, human nature, if you take away the option or the right to do that, then they'll find it another way.
And it will be unsafe.
And
So if
would
I
you
don't have a
support the
choice-
mom? Would you support the mom in that scenario?
If the mom had an abortion or the
No,
mom went...
no, if she gave birth.
Oh, of course. I would support her. I'd say what you do is a good thing. And
No. Support her financially for the rest of her life or for the rest of the baby's life.
Are you talking about, like, what do you mean me support her? Like, as a citizen or?
If somebody has a baby,
Dog hasn't even, like, he doesn't really have to think about that, but, like, he's like, what do you mean? Support him as a citizen? Yeah, dude, teach him their civic duties. That's what he's talking about. No, dumbass. They're talking about the financial responsibility of being, like, a fucking parent to a human being.
We do have child support, and it comes from taxpayer money.
There's foster care, there's...
Wait, what? Dude, he swapped it to fucking welfare queen like that, dude. He literally, oh my God. Did he just fucking turn around and go, that's why we have, the government helps. I thought, what a little gremlin, dude. At least to win the hypothetical, say like, yeah, of course, I'm going to be a good father. This is my responsibility. Motherfucker's like, nah, actually, I would be a total piece of shit. Like, I literally, like, want the woman to carry the pregnancy to term, and then I don't want to take care of it. Fuck
adoption,
yeah.
there's mothers waiting.
those systems are very broken and people all the time are trying to stop funding for programs like that.
Now, I want to ask you guys, do you support vaccine mandates?
Yes.
So I mean, you step forward and said the government shouldn't tell you what to do with your body, though. Why would you support?
My issue is that I believe that the government should not be able to tell me what to do with my body, but I have to accept the consequences for the choices that I make with my body. The vaccines, for instance, I absolutely felt that everyone should get vaccinated. Why? Because this was a pandemic. But if you don't want to, I don't think the government should have to tell you that you have to. But you then have to suffer the consequences of your choices, which means you cannot patronize certain places. You can't put other people at risk.
I know you're saying they're
I see. Okay. Mommy, okay.
They're doing it to protect us, but the coronavirus has, I think, a survival rate of almost 98%, 99%, and we're mandating these vaccines. Why are we not mandating the flu?
What's frightening to me is that you're equating some minor inconveniences in your privileged life to
Why would you assume my life is privileged?
unsupported.
But why would you assume my life is
Dog, you got a fucking John Varvatos shirt on and you're like a young conservative. Of course you're fucking privileged. Shut the fuck up. Why is it that no one ever like looks at a guy like this and goes, well, you're kind of triggered right now, I think. Like these dudes will literally say shit like, you know, trans people should not exist, right? Or like purposely fucking say harmful shit about marginalized people who are already victims of systemic violence. And then when the other side gets emotional, they're like, you're triggered. Meanwhile, he's mad that someone called him privileged. Like, come on, dude.
I'm going to ask the disagreeers to step forward.
Well, I think I give a unique perspective on this because I actually do agree with the vaccine mandate. I think COVID was just a huge disaster, and I think it could have ended a lot sooner if things were more organized.
Now, on the topic of abortion, that one's, very complex. And in general, I always want to favor a woman's right to choose. But I think there's also a very fundamental question that both of you brought up is at what point is a fetus a human or a person? Let's say a child is 8 months in the womb, and at that point, the baby has a heart. The baby has a brain, has legs, has arms. Do you think it's okay for that to be terminated, in your
Nobody
opinion?
is doing that. And nobody is having abortions with viable fetuses unless it is a medical emergency that will kill the baby and the mother.
Straight up spitting.
Not being an LGBTQ plus ally makes someone a bad person.
What?
It's strong, isn't it? It's
Right,
a little
it's a
strong.
general way to put it. I would question someone's empathy.
That's it.
And their awareness of the other people around them, because I guarantee you know someone that
I wouldn't have sat down for this dude. I'd be like, I'm a foe. Feel me? Straight up. I'm a foe. Sorry. I'm an LGBTQIA plus foe.
discussing the validity of the existence of other human beings isn't a political issue. That's like,
It's there. whether you
there's
like it
something
or not.
wrong with you
Yes.
if you like, no, trans people don't exist. Obviously they do. I would like to think that it's a safer world
Yes.
to be LGBTQ, but that
Yes.
would be naive.
Of course.
People are getting murdered for being trans, you know,
yes. Yes.
and gay. It's scary. I have 3 kids. I have 3 boys.
Oh.
One of them is trans. I worry that, for however progressive a new generation seems, that, I have to think about, will there be violence done?
Yeah, you look at the fucking new generation. They're like, nah, fuck that. What do you mean LGBT ally? Fuck you. This is a wonderful person, by the way. In a weird way, this is supposed to be black pilling for a lot of leftists who not leftists, but a lot of liberals, unironically always make the mistake in thinking that the next generation is going to be so much nicer and so much better and they're going to be woke. And that's not true. It could not be further from the truth. But then I see older generation people like this, and I'm happy. That's awesome. She seems like a great person.
I can provide a unique perspective on this because I'm actually bisexual. So I think not being an ally, as long as you're not harming people, you're not harassing people, you're not posting on social media that these people suck, then I don't think you're a bad person for that.
As a Christian, I don't think that being LGBTQ aligns with God's view of the family. It doesn't mean that I will disrespect.
Bro, the fucking indoctrination, dude. The fucking brainwashing. How old is she? How did you arrive at these points of view? How the fuck? Christianity, the real grooming, dude. That's the real fucking grooming, dude. God.
As far as your faith is concerned, what would happen if your child came out to you that they were gay, bisexual, trans?
I think that if the sin is not practiced upon, it's not a problem. It can be dealt with, especially with transitioning. It usually comes from mental problems like depression, anxiety, and all those things.
So you think they can be kind of taught to not be gay?
No, I think
Pray the
it's...
gay away.
Do you support conversion therapy?
No, I don't think that we can convert anyone into doing anything. I would not ostracize my child, but I would not support it.
I would not ostracize my child, but I would not support it. What the fuck does that mean, dude? Literally, what the fuck does that mean? So you would ostracize your child? That makes no sense.
If you want to be transgender, you could be transgender. We live in a free nation. But if you're asking for my opinion, I believe that men and women are completely different. We have different chromosomes, different bone structure. If you are a transgender woman, I still view you as a man. You could express yourself as a woman, that's fine. But I don't believe that society should automatically, say that, okay, you're a woman.
Okay, but then you're so you don't. Like, so you don't want trans people to like. This is basically revealing that one, gender is an expression, and admitting that, and then turning around and basically being like, gender is an expression, but also I do not agree with your expression, and also I don't think anyone else should agree with that expression. So okay, so that doesn't mean you want them to live. You just want them to fucking not exist. Okay, do you get it? Do you understand? Because like then you are supporting all the other people who are at least braver than you with their fucking horrifying worldview. They at least like openly state it. You know what I mean?
So do you support gender neutral bathrooms, like women and men can go into the same bathroom? Do you think that could increase the chances of rape or assault?
They already exist.
Dude, that's such a dumb fucking argument, dude. It's such a stupid fucking argument. I can't believe conservatives still try to use it. Okay, crime happens because people are fucking interested in doing crime, okay? When you talk about like, oh, well, rapes will happen. Dude, what are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Do you think there is like a protective shield when you're like, well, I'm trans, and then everyone was like, oh, I guess this is not a rape then? No, rape is rape. It's totally separate from like a trans person existing, okay? It is so incredibly weird to like try to so desperately pin this on trans people existing, okay?
Owning a gun is a basic human right.
I absolutely hate hearing about school shootings on the news and just shootings in general. It's horrible. You know, this isn't like, you know, Spider-Man's not going to save people. People have the right to protect themselves.
Leaders target gun-free zones because they know there's not going to be a person who's going to fight against them or shoot them back. There's a lot of mass shootings at schools, and that's because schools have gun-free zones. I view owning a gun as a right to defend myself.
Yeah, look at that's why there's a lot of mass shootings in schools, because schools are a gun-free zone. That's why, you know, and not because of the prevalence of guns. Totally. Except literally all the fucking schools that have had mass shootings recently have had like, you know, armed police officers and shit there. So it's not exactly a fucking gun-free zone. You know what I mean?
That have banned guns in the past. The USSR, Nazi Germany. You look at China under Mao Zedong. They stripped their citizens of arms so they could oppress them. And I think the reason why our founding fathers...
Nazi Germany did not take away guns from everyone, okay? This is just fucking false. They always use, these dumbasses always use like fucking Nazi Germany wanted to like do abortions. It's like, yeah, dude. Nazi Germany banned abortion for white people, okay? They made it illegal to be a white couple and get an abortion. They also euthanize people on the side. Also, I don't think the Mao thing is correct either. What the fuck is he saying? Like, why is your example of countries, historic countries, that have unironically used a lot of fucking guns to do their bidding, okay? There are better contemporary examples that you could fucking use, okay? Like, for example, I don't know, New Zealand, Australia, many of the fucking European social democracies. Like, there are plenty of fucking countries that you can use that are actually robust and wonderful, successful examples of having reasonable gun control, okay?
I definitely think that there should be this control in place to who buys guns. You couldn't just be able to go to a store and buy a gun. There should be regulations into who buys guns and who shoots a gun.
The majority of people who die by gunshot are women in a domestic violence situation. So mass shootings definitely don't want automatic rifles, against that. Nobody needs them, but the most dangerous gun is the one in your home.
I do want to ask you a question. Do you think that women should have the right to bear arms to protect themselves against?
Yeah, I'm not against the right to own guns. The prompt was, I think owning a gun is a human right.
But do you think?
And I don't agree with that.
The feminist movement is overrated.
Damn.
The reason I sat down is because feminism as we know it in social media and the marches is generally run by white women, and we don't have a lot of intersectionality. Margaret Sanger. Yeah,
yes.
And
Susan B. Anthony.
Susan B. Anthony, you know, total racist. The women that headed up the suffragette movement, they were not inclusive.
Of course, yes.
And they wanted rights for white women.
Sure.
And that thread has followed us to be very exclusionary to black women, disabled women, women of color, indigenous women.
I don't think that feminism in America is based off racism. The reason why there's more white feminists is because there's a higher white population in America. So generally there's gonna be more white feminists.
He's defending white feminism. He's like, dude, anything that's like even a little bit center right, like I got it. Like I'm on board. You know what I mean? He's just like, as long as it's more, he's such a reactionary. He's like, as long as I can contradict what you're saying, I'm literally an advocate for it. She should have just like tried it out by being like, I mean, I guess she did. She was like, I don't like feminism in America. The kid would be like, nah, actually, feminism is sick. I love feminism, dude. Shut the fuck up. There you go, bro. It's just like, this is what happens when you don't have any fucking like legitimate perspective on life. No moral compass, no moral system, nothing.
No, we got a long way to go. There's just not enough done.
In America or just in the world in general?
Well, America, for sure. The world in general is a heck of a lot worse than America.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I think that women should be able to do everything that men can, but we also have to protect ourselves. So if you want to be a stay-at-home mom and do one of the hardest jobs on the planet, you absolutely should be able to do that. But you should also discuss with your partner and put in things into place so that you're protected if you choose to do that. Some women aren't doing that, like life insurance and things like that. I think part of feminism is being able to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Capitalism is failing our society.
Capitalism is failing our society? Oh shit, what the
This
fuck? Look
system
at
that just values production, consumerism until you die. Doesn't work for anybody but a very, very, very small percentage of billionaires. And it's all baloney. The system is rigged to keep workers working and the rich just keep getting richer.
Yeah, I think there could be some good in capitalism, which is like the innovation part of it. But in general, capitalism definitely sucks from the poor. There's a lot of industries that definitely shouldn't have any capitalism involved at all. The medical field, it's unjust that certain people get better care than other people just because they're more financially well off. Where you have jails that are privately owned, because at that point, what you have is a hotel and you want to fill up the hotel. Why would there be a business that profits off of crime? That doesn't make any sense. If you put profit ahead of people, people are going to suffer, obviously.
There's nothing more to add to that. Let's hear what these fucking weirdos have to say.
So you said like only the billionaires succeed in capitalism, and I gotta disagree with that because I'm the CEO of my own company a couple months ago.
Come on, bro. You're 19 years old, dog. What's your company? What are you, like, you made 3 TikToks. One of them went viral, and now you do drop shipping, okay? Actually, I'm the CEO of my own company. Yeah, okay, dude. Actually, I'm the CEO of my own company, and we're going to the literal moon with Mooncoin.
Months ago, I started a jewelry company, and I'm not a billionaire, but it's been relatively successful enough to I can like make rent and go through college a bit. So I think there's people like me who own a small business who capitalism really benefits.
I really need to hear from his dad on this. Come on, bro. Come on, Dad. Get in there.
If capitalism isn't the solution, then what is the solution?
Do you want to hear it?
Socialism?
Socialism.
So the problem with democratic socialism,
this is too much. She's too based. What the fuck's going on? What is happening, dude? What is happening at this fucking Jubilee? I'm losing my mind. This is the most this is awesome.
Talk about how capitalism hurts the middle class, but in reality, if democratic socialism was tried, the middle class are going to be paying way more taxes, not just the rich. You see, the rich don't pay taxes because they don't work. They make money off assets. The middle class, they work.
Yeah, assets are also notoriously non-taxable. I don't know if you guys know that, but like, there's no way to tax assets. I made a really good argument here. Yeah, that's the best part. Like, you know what I mean? Whenever Republicans say stuff like this, like conservatives say like dumb shit like this, and they think they've like killed it. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I was hitting. You know, I that shit was fucking. Oh man, I really dropped a couple fucking dimes in there. You know what I mean? And everybody loved it. It's like, no, you're just an idiot who has never even like thought about anything beyond what you have heard from Ben Shapiro.
And because they're working, they're going to pay more taxes under a proposal like Bernie Sanders or, I don't know, AOC or Ilhan Omar.
I personally am okay with paying higher taxes. I would love people who make billions of dollars to pay their fair share of taxes. But increased taxes for a better situation for people overall, that is exactly what I stand for.
I'm not sure that socialism is the answer. Yugoslavia before World War II did okay, but they didn't do all that great, and they were taken over quite quickly. What I'm thinking is capitalism, although is not the best solution, is one of the best solutions for a democratic society.
The American dream is dead.
I gotta say, I disagree with the phrase American dream. An American dream for who? The Native Americans we slaughtered? The enslaved people? I mean, this romantic idea that there's this dream is just basically marketing for capitalism. You know, it's very well-funded propaganda, and has it inspired good acts and good people to do good things? Of course, because ultimately, in a large sense, humanity is good. But this idea of the American dream, I think, is, I think the fantasy of it is being torn apart a little bit. And I think that's actually exciting because it opens up room for something better, something more inclusive to grow.
I think the phrase is kind of corny, but the idea that someone's like building themselves up in capitalism, I feel like that I kind of have done that a bit with my business, so I don't think it's dead.
I need to know what this dude's business is, bro. Holy fuck. Yeah, the American dream is alive because I myself am personally, relatively well off, had a good, comfortable beginning, but as a 19-year-old can LARP as a fucking CEO with a small business. That's nice, dude.
I do think the American dream is dying, though. You know, the American dream now is not the same as it was 30 years ago. Have a family, buy a home, have a great job. But now it's very difficult to buy a home. Income has not increased compared to the price of a house. You know, I do think it's dying, though, but I don't think it's completely dead because there's a lot of immigrants who are still trying to come to America. America does have the highest immigrant population. 14% of our population are immigrants.
I am a person who's still going to always believe in hope. If you work hard and you take advantage of opportunities, you can make a difference in your life. I mean, you're an example of it. I'm so amazed by you. I think it's awesome what you're doing at such a young age. I am very, very impressed with you three. My hope for you is that you stay open-minded and that you're always willing to be learners and not just listeners.
Great.
That was a good ass fucking video overall. Great video overall. Very much.